I'll follow the video of my World War II, British and Australia respirators. Because I know the Australians had one similar to these, but I'm pretty sure one of them's British, of the hose type. This one's the 1936. This is the early type of Mark IV respirator. Size normal, as you can see. So that way so you can see it a bit, and I'll put it behind about the right way. This one I think is a British one, I'm pretty sure, because I know one of them's dated L and B for the Australian company, I believe. That one had that stamp on L and B company on it. But this one's in very good condition. This is inside the mask, there's the lenses. These ones have no screw lenses. The later Mark IVs had screw lenses. You could unscrew the lens and take them out like my Mark V respirator does. I taped up the filter on the side there because these contain asbestos in these footers. On one of these I think on this mask, you can actually get this thing comes off. I'll show you how the extra valve works on this one because this one's a bit loose. Or how the extra valve have this bit of plastic, and what happens when you breathe out, it pushes down this disc and then releases when you're inhale. So that's how it works. And the Mark V's have a similar way they work. Making copy yet. There we go. Yeah, just threw it back into place. I took that off because I was cleaning the mask. There's all dust when I got it, so I was cleaning it. Next I'm going to show is my. I think this is the Australian version of Mark V. I saw it somewhere on this mask. No, actually, no, okay. Yeah, this is actually, this is not the right, I said it wrong. It's actually the JB company stamp on there. 4-1941. So April, this one was made, 4th of April 1941. This was built. Same as filter. I put the tape on there. Red tape to cover up the air intake. Put on the mask because it contains asbestos. This one. Now here's my British civilian duty respirator. This one's in really good condition. The rubber on this one's very flexible. So is the Mark V respirator, very flexible as well. Most of these masks go solid if they're kept out in the sub. What I do with all my respirators, well, which ones I keep them in my wardrobe. So they're kept in the dark so they don't get so the sun doesn't get to them. But these ones have these port things up there, and the Mark V has just there as well. That's for a microphone to connect. These are being used by a telephone operator. But here's the mask. This flap valve I repaired because it fell off. It was in the bag on it. But this mask I've just repaired down on it, and it's all original. This mask. Got the filters on this one, and some ear masks exactly identical. I'll get those ear masks. Click on the bag, and I'll show you those ones. Here we have a child's respirator, civilian respirator, because they did also have these for adults. Well, this is a child one because it's labelled small on the strap. The safety pins are missing on this mask. These some have safety pins, this one does as well. So that's what some have that, so the straps can be set to the same size. But the original ones that came on this mask were perished right through. The rustled right through. I'll be replacing with those ones. Actually, I think I'll be replacing that mask. I may go add something to this one, keep the straps in condition. This one's in very flexible condition, not perished. This one. Most of these go rock solid, and this part here falls off. These just gets broken. But I do have the box somewhere. But I pulled it out. I couldn't find where the box was in my wardrobe. Somewhere with all the other gas masks I have. This one is February dated one, 1942. And there's another one I'm going to show you now. This one's a 1940s one, because there's 49-40 to September 1940. Avon made this mask, but this one's a bit more rarer, I believe. Oops. This one's a bit more rarer because this one has a flapper valve on the front. Most of them don't have XL valves on these masks. This one has same valve as a civilian 3D respirator. This one has the green band. This one has no coloured band. This one has white and red band. I believe that's the tells what's inside the film. Not to heartily what they said about the band on a YouTube video I watched a long time ago. It's not advised to wear these masks. Some of them do contain asbestos. And they will. I know they don't have in here activated charcoal. These ones staple labelled in large. These ones are in very good condition as well. It's very flexible. Most do go harder as well. So there is the filter in there. Because on the civilian respirators they have the valve for the air intake valve actually on the filter itself. And they have this little plastic band on these what hold the mask together. I think that's so you can change the filters in the war times when you got new filters issued. But here we are. This one's an Australian one. I'm pretty sure this is England or Australia, but I don't know which one this would be. But that's a England one. That's a British one, and these two here are British ones here as well. This one, this civilian mask. This one here when it came with this like leather leatherette type thing, but has something rare inside here as well. This one comes from there. It's funny this gas mask. It came from a place in England where my mum used to live in England. I found what the place is called. I'm not very good at reading these things. But there's the thing inside. You can pause the video to read that. And that's where you put the filter. But inside here, if I can find it, we don't see with these respirators is these anti-dimming cloth tins will come with the civilian respirators. They're empty by the way, something in there. That's rare with these respirators. Got two of them as well. There's two in there, so I'm gonna put this mask back in here. Because these masks were carried, we had to carry these every day with you. So that's how that was a war in England in the World War II. And while I did this thing, the straps were perished on this. So I just put two paper safety pins on there to hold it together. So I didn't lose the strap. And there, some of my World War II British and Australia masks. That's it.